All right, you officially locked into the Inphamus Hour, officially sponsored by Boom Bap Nation. And, of course, A-Palm Clothing. If you need some dope gear, go see my guy A-Palm. He's in Bridgeport, Connecticut. And, of course, always log on to www.boombapnation.com. Here on the Inphamus Hour, one of the things that we're going to do, we're going to pay homage to the culture of hip-hop. It's only right. We're going to attack all angles of the foundation, the 5 elements. People forget that there's 5 elements of hip-hop, the breakdance and the graffiti, and one of the aspects of it has always been battle rapping. And the guy on my left right now is a pioneer of the battle rap scene, but just rap in general. I mean, he's discovered some dope artists from Immortal Technique to Jin, and he has really made a very good career for himself. Brooklyn's own Poison Pen in the building. What's up, brother?
How you feeling, Am? You good?
Yo, one of the things that I just found out about you is that you voice characters in Grand Theft Auto. That was flavor. Like, so
Yeah.
which games were you in and what characters do you do?
I did a lot of work with Rockstar Games in particular. And it's funny because that came because years ago, I was in a battle, straight like that. I was in a battle, and one of the dudes that was in the battle was like, yo, you got a dope voice. You ever thought about doing voiceovers? I'm like, nah. Like, straight like that. And he was like, yo, take my number. Luckily, I'm a nigga that don't change his number like that. You feel me? I keep my number. You know what I'm saying? And this is my man to this day. My man, shout out to my man Juba, you know what I'm saying? My man Greg and all that. He ended up working for Rockstar Games. You know what I'm saying? He called me up one day. I was just chilling. He called me. I'm like, yo, you still trying to do this work? I'm like, yeah, what's up? Yo, we doing this game, come through, read for a part. I'm like, bro, I don't know how to act, bro. He was like, just come through. So, boom, I started just doing all these lines and shit and all that, you know, the lines of the script, not lines, lines of the script. Yeah. So I started doing all these lines and all that, and they was like, yo, you pretty dope. And that day I did, I locked in, I did Warriors back in the day. The first game I did was Warriors. That was
Warriors?
That was back in like 04.
Holy shit,
You know what I'm
Warriors.
saying? That was a PS2.
Yeah, that's
so
crazy.
That's old, you feel me? So I did a bunch of games. I did music for a lot of games and shit, but I did Warriors, and as far as the Grand Theft Auto, I was in 3 different Grand Theft Autos, Liberty City, Vice City, Gay Tony. Yeah, so I did a bunch of characters. And in the Gay Tony edition of the Grand Theft Auto, I was this dude named PG Clayton. Mm-hmm. And it was a whole mission. It was interesting, man. So, you know, I've been doing stuff like that for years, you know, just utilizing my gift or my voice any way I can. So, you know, shouts to Rockstar Games and, it's, you know.
And it kind of blew up. And I don't think anyone could have really understood how far video games were going to blow up. I mean, video games really took off. It's kind of, especially in this age of social media, it's kind of taking over these kids' lives. And it says, and particularly Grand Theft Auto, the interesting thing about Grand Theft Auto is that Grand Theft Auto was one of the first games to really incorporate hip hop, especially like in the stations, like game radio and all those different types of aspects. What was that check like though? What was that check like, that Rockstar check? Let's talk about that shit.
The first one wasn't one.
Yeah, okay. It's off the arm. It's exposure. Try it later. Yeah.
The first one wasn't one at all. It was like experience, credit, whatever. And then after that, when I got the main roles, you know, they took care of motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, like, it ain't like put me in a whole different lifestyle. It definitely got me a lot of good looks. It definitely put me in a better place and opened a lot of doors for me and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, shouts to Rockstar Games. You know what I mean? I'm ready for the next one.
Absolutely. And then there's a whole bunch of new games coming out, so hopefully Poison Pen could be involved in some of these things that we have going on.
And I'd rather be a voice and actually, I'm trash at video games.
So you're not actually nice in Grand Theft Auto.
Yo, son, every game that I was ever in, I can never play to get to where I can hear myself.
Nah, it's always
I be getting my boot smoked in every game. You feel me? If it ain't like Street Fighter, you know what I mean? But yeah, so but it's dope to, like, you know, play games and stuff and just hear your voice and just hear missions and hear yourself, and it's like, and it's kind of been like a sequence. I've been doing that. I did that years ago.
The voiceover joints,
but it's like people didn't realize. So many people like, yo, that's you. I'm like, yeah, that was me. Whatever.
It's such a huge market, like just doing like jingles and stuff. Yeah. When I was on National Geographic, I produced the whole set of the segment that I was on. It was like 11 minutes. So I mean, I'm still collecting residuals. I'm collecting international residuals. Like, it's much different. One of the dope things about you, though, is like you have discovered like a lot of dope artists from Diabolic to Jin, but Immortal Technique is definitely like someone that you've worked with that has kind of really exploded into the personification of an unsigned artist, being able to survive in this climate as such as himself and Tech Nine. How did you meet Immortal Technique? How did that whole relationship come together?
We have mutual friends. We have mutual friends from like high school and shit. You know what I'm saying? But we weren't close like that at that time at all. But we had mutual friends. Around early college, son got sent up a little bit and all that. You know what I mean? You follow his story to get all that information. But he got sent up north, did a little bit. When son came home, excuse me. When son came home, we was active out on the scene. You feel me? Throwing events, doing these battles. We was young. We was kids. We was just still running around. It was still the freestyle era of battling for the most part. You feel me? And we used to run around the same circles, and he was rocking with my dudes, Wax Poetic. It was a band called Doozius, and he rolled with them and all that. And actually, he ended up battling my man. And like,
and they work out.
he did him filthy. You feel me?
Man.
And I'm the type of dude, like, I always give credit where credit's due. Like, even if like I'm not gonna clown my man. But if I felt you did a good job, it's a sport, bro. I don't have no animosity towards you. I'm be like, yo, son, you did your numbers, bro. So long story short, he did one of my man's dirty, and I just stepped to him like, yo, son, what's good?
Like, what's up? Yeah,
you know. And then we just hit it off from that point on, man. You know, and it's funny because he just came home, so his mentality was a lot more rough around the edges and shit. You know what I'm saying? So we just started from that day on. We was just, you know. Everything we did was together, you know what I mean? If I got, and at that time, my name was a little further along than his, so I was doing little shows and shit, getting like little $500, $600, $700 here and there. But you know, I'm still doing shows. You know, at that time, he wasn't getting paid shows of that nature. So I always felt that he needed to be heard. You feel me? And this is before he was mostly political. You know, now his material is mostly political. Back then, it was a little more. Angry, a lot of like psycho type shit.
So the temperature was different.
Yeah, he spit some crazy shit. But end of the day, like I saw the talent. I always saw people's talent. You understand what I'm saying? And I felt that he needed to be heard. So when I was getting these little shows all around, I was just like, yo, son, come with me. I gotta play for you. And everywhere I went, I would just take Tech with me. You know what I mean? And you know what I mean? If I had a 20-minute set, I'll give you 5. Fuck it. Let you get a verse, acapella, a song, whatever, and I would just take them all around with me. I'm talking, we run around doing shows with like 20 niggas in one hotel room, getting 2 pizza pies split in between mad niggas, but we was out there doing these shows,
really
though, you feel me?
Yeah, really
it was a part of the independent grind, and so, you know, he took the ball and ran with it. You know what I mean? I didn't put him on. Yeah. I gave him direction and helped him out.
You passed the rock.
Yeah. And that's honestly, in hip hop, that's kind of what I do. Yeah. Because I ain't got no ego. I mean, I got ego when it comes to me rhyming. You feel me? I got ego with that. Like, I'm nice, fuck that. But when it comes to I ain't got no like, unless we got a real personal issue. Yo, fam, I ain't got no problem. Yo, if I could do something, if I could look out and plug you and get you somewhere a little closer than where you was at, a little closer to your goal, it don't take nothing away from me by giving you that look. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. And honestly, you know, doing that with my brother, it helped me out in the long run too, because we still team now, and his star is shining. You feel me? So.
And he's definitely made.
And it was cool, and it was good to play a part of that. And I'm still a part of, you know, me and Immortal Technique are still brothers, man. We just came off a tour. We just did the Prelude to the Middle Passage tour. Just came back about a month ago. So we still going strong, man. So shout out to my brother Immortal Technique, man.
Absolutely. You know, not to fast forward too much, but like as we know, music changes every 10 years. And right now, we're kind of in a weird situation with music where in reality, there really is no dominant sound. It seems like there is, but there really isn't. There's so many different dominant sounds. You got drill, you got this, now you got the boom bap sound coming. We're approaching a time where it'll almost become a conversation where hip hop has to be treated like rock and roll. We have soft rock, you have classic rock, you have, I mean, this is what hip hop has become now. Do you ever think there'll be room for that type of music, like the Immortal Techniques of the world, the Tech Nines of the world, to have the dominant sound? Or even in a sense like Common, let's say like a conscious rapper. Is there room for that to kind of take over hip hop? In a sense, we've never really had that at all in one moment. We've had pockets of it, but
as far as the dominant sound, who knows, man? I mean, the ignorance is pretty much always going to be a dominant sound. You know
always. I mean,
no disrespect. I spit ignorant shit myself. You feel me? But you know, a lot of things. As far as I mean, bro, son's been active for 20 years and is one of the highest grossing touring artists, hip hop artists on the planet. So I mean, something's working.
Yeah.
And I don't hear none of this shit on the radio. So I mean, there's always pockets of hip hop that don't get pushed to the forefront. Like we sitting here talking right now. I've been living off hip hop all my adult life, and a lot of niggas don't know who the fuck I am. Mm-hmm. I'm cool with that though. I'm good. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because it's not about what everybody sees. It's about my body of work.
Of course, yeah.
It's about my resume. It's about how I take care of my fam. So I don't really trip off, even if niggas see me be like, oh, like, they might see me in a battle, at a battle. I'm not battling, though. They might see me at a battle that I throw or I hosted or whatever. Or they might see me in the background or whatever and be like, yo, what the fuck that nigga do? How about I book the matchup? How about I pay both these niggas? How about I ran this whole how about I put this whole shit together? You feel me? I did everything but write these niggas rhymes. You feel me? So, like, I'm not worried about what the public perceives. I know what it actually is. So, as far as that particular sound being the dominant sound of hip hop, I don't know if it's gonna be the dominant, especially in this climate right now. Like there's a lot of things that try to suppress you know, positive messages and shit like that.
Yeah,
you might
positive messages.
There's a lot of shit suppressing that, but at the same time, we got social media. We got
light it up.
We got social media. Like you don't really need.
Yeah. Well, you know,
I'm not saying you don't need. Let me rephrase that. It always helps to have someone that wants to play your music, help you push your brand further. Yeah. I'd be a fool to say it doesn't help, but it's not as
important as it was at one time.
Important as it once was. Not, it's very important, but it's not as important. Like you could
pre-social media,
right?
But so, when it was more word of mouth,
right? We come from the time we had to pound the pavement, hit the street.
Yeah, no, you had to really, and you had to be nice on top of that. So now it's like, you know, because social media, the wave travels and the kids always run the world,
right?
But it spreads quicker now,
right? Because whereas before we literally had to go from fuck city to city. I'm from the Star, right? You know what I'm saying? I'm from Notion Ave. I'm from NA Rock, right? So before the app, before social media got super popular, I'm talking about when we was coming up, you know what I'm saying? I had to prove myself on my block first. I lived above the barbershop, my nigga. If anybody knows hip hop,
yeah, that's real hip hop.
I lived above the barbershop. Anytime somebody was downstairs rhyming, yo, Pen, yo, what's up? I had to prove myself there. And then from Nostrand, I had to go to Marcy. And then from the next, I had to go to Sumner, to Brevoort, to LG. You feel me? Then go from hood to hood, then borough to borough. Like, it was really block by block by block by block. You ain't got to do that shit no more. These niggas is lit. They ain't never did a show.
Never did nothing. I agree with you.
Like,
yeah.
Ain't never been on stage. Son, don't even know how to control the crowd, speak to nobody. Like, a lot of social media, it makes people skip certain steps. You know what I mean? A lot of the ways that are implemented now gives people the ability to skip steps, and it paints an illusion that shit really is what it ain't. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's just a different monster, man. But as far as being in the forefront, I don't know if it's gonna that brand music will ever be in the forefront, but a lot of people are listening, and we've been thriving this long, so it's in the forefront of some people's minds.
I think there's definitely room for it when you look at like the artists that sell the most in hip hop. Mm-hmm. They're all content-based rappers.
Right.
So I mean, there's a reason why someone like, you know, let's say Kodak Black only sells 90,000 copies, is on the radio every day. But then there's also a reason why Odd Future beats DJ Khaled in first week Billboard sales.
Son just won a Grammy.
He just won a Grammy. There's a reason why artists like J. Cole and Kendrick Lamar, even Drake and Nicki, I mean, all the dope lyricists. So content will definitely, it should come back to the forefront at some point.
No, it should. But the funny thing is, if you look at the world that's painted to you by social media, you will be led to believe that certain artists don't even exist.
And that is correct.
Like, okay, most to the average young person in hip hop, they'll go to a complex or they go check an academic, shit like that. I check them as well, but you know, I'm pretty sure I'm older than a lot of the kids and shit like that. So I know multiple ways to get my information. Plus, I'm out here, so I get information from first-hand basis. You understand what I'm saying? But I'm trying to find a way to word it right. If you look at some of these niggas, right, and this is not a shot, it's just a fact. If you look at academics and shit like that, right, certain niggas are never on there. First of all, one of the hottest collectives now is my niggas from upstate.
Griselda,
right?
shout out to Griselda.
Shout out to them. They doing their numbers, whatever. Just, you know. But if you look at the academics and shit like that, these niggas don't even exist.
Yeah.
Because they only cover this certain subgenre, which, you know, they cover the trap dudes, they cover a lot of the drill. They cover what's that over there? Something brown?
I was on Henny on deck, man. Shout out to Hennessy.
Please and thank you.
We need a Hennessy sponsorship, man. Boom Bap Nation, reach out.
You can't suddenly. Nah, I'm good on the Red Bull.
Oh, he want the Red Bull.
You can't suddenly pass the Henny like I wasn't gonna see that.
I always make it a point. I always make it a point to artists in general, like, because you know I do showcases here in New York, and one of the things that I push in my showcases bars, I incorporated a live cipher into my showcase. When we first started the New Artist Spotlight Showcase, we would have 30 artists doing quote-unquote trap. And once they saw I was only rewarding guys that was able to write content, they were going home and actually writing content and coming back and being proud to show me. So now it's reversed. But I always make it a point to them to know that there's only one artist at Times Square right now, and that's Westside Gunn. It don't matter whether those billboards are payable or not. There's only one rapper.
That's the point I was trying to get at. Like, you look at some of these outlets, yo, bro, you think, like, those brothers already even covered by these outlets. You feel me? But then, every show I go to when I see these niggas, sold the fuck out.
Crazy.
And it's been like that for at least 3 years.
Yes.
Like, these, you know, I fucks with these niggas.
Yeah, they really moving.
You know, we good. Like, you know, we cordial and shit. Those my niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like, but if you look at academics and these guys, these motherfuckers don't even exist. Well, maybe now because they was on Jimmy Fallon. Yeah. And you know, so, and they was at the Rock Nation shit. So now there's some, you know, other eyes on it. But you turn on the radio, you don't hear the brothers. You understand what I'm saying? But at the same time, I know for a fact they selling more merch than these niggas.
They're killing it.
Lil, whoever the fuck that got 3 million followers on his platform can't pack out SOBs though. You don't see a disconnect in that, my nigga?
It doesn't make sense.
But you know what? These niggas was hitting their audience. They're like, yo, fuck with y'all niggas this thing. We know how to hit our audience. And that's one thing coming from my era. We know how to hit the street and hit the people that fuck with us
on the ground.
Personal.
On the ground.
Like, we do meet and greets. Like, my bro tell you right here, like, I'm well known, but I don't consider myself a celebrity, but a lot of people know me. You know what I'm saying? I'll be the first nigga there, the last nigga to leave. Anybody that got something to say to me, we can have a conversation. Like, as long as you got some common sense, you can be no dickhead coming up to me and just acting no stupid. But anybody, I will sit there and give anybody
the chance, dude. Yeah.
5 minutes. Motherfuckers be waiting to leave in the car. Like, yo, we got to go. I'm like, chill. Because at the end of the day, that means something to me because I'm not on the radio. You understand what I'm saying? I'm blessed to have these opportunities, good looking, but I ain't on the, you know what I'm saying? I don't do this every day. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm on my craft every day, but as far as interviews of high platforms, we don't do this shit every day. You know, because our side don't get covered like that. But best believe I'm on tour all the fucking time.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
In your opinion, whose fault do you think that is? Do you think it's the DJ or more of the station or the label.
Everybody got a responsibility and shit. Before, the DJ was the tastemaker. I used to turn on Clue. Well, let's go get Clue CDs to hear who he's pushing. To hear Fab, Paul Kane, 18, Ransom, Hitchcock. You understand what I'm saying? Whatever Dip said, she was popping when they was destroying every mixtape for fucking years straight. Like, I would go to the DJ for them to tell me, like, who I should look for. For whatever reason, that doesn't exist anymore. You know what I'm saying? The DJ, you gotta get it straight. You understand what I'm saying? So,
I mean, me as a DJ, I break records. I always play unsigned artists, so I don't have the limitation.
I definitely wasn't generalizing you, but
no,
you know,
I'm not saying me, but I'm saying me as a
though.
DJ on my particular platform, we don't have the restriction. But I know, like, when I bring some FM DJs, they shocked that you can play whatever you want.
Whatever you want.
Pull that shit out. Pull out the Poison Pen.
The other day, you was like, yo, email me a joint. I'm like,
nah, it's go time. That's what we play.
But I'm mastering this shit now, so I'm not gonna play. If it was mastered, I'd have gave you that shit early because I want niggas to hear, but I'm not gonna see some unmastered shit just for the. We'll be back. We'll get to that. Yeah. You feel me? Like this we gonna build. You know what I'm saying? But you know, your platform, you're able to do that, and on the Sirius and all that shit. 4 or 5 motherfuckers can play what they play, say what they say, do what they do. A lot of DJs have their hands tied, but at the same time, we all still have social media. Yeah. Just how all the artists, we can do the same thing. You don't need your program director for your social media page, so they control that too. Well. Like so let us know what we need to
do.
Let us know what you it's all about breaking new artists, breaking new ground. What's the newest amazing artist? He ain't gotta be no nigga that rap a million bars. He ain't gotta be the most gangsterous nigga. Whatever, like whoever's dope, whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? But your point is to find out who the new artist that's gonna push the envelope further for the next generation. You feel me? That's what keeps the lights on for the entire culture. You gotta keep pushing. You gotta keep reaching for new and giving people other options. Which is why I always was like, it was never all about me, except for when I'm rhyming, it's all about me. But as soon as I stop rapping, it's always about, yo, what can we do? Every time I do a show, I pull my niggas up. I toured the whole country, and every city I went to that had a nigga that one of my niggas that battle, that I could put on stage. That okay, you do music? I went to St. Louis, I bought B Magic out. I went to LA, I bought Howard the Don out. I went to fucking Boston, I had Chilla Jones pull up. You know what I'm saying? I'm putting niggas on stage because you know what? You might not have had the opportunity at a battle. It's different, but okay. Now that if you make music, I'm gonna try to help you get ears on that side too, because it's a totally different audience. It's a totally different thing. So I'm trying to give niggas plates. I'm giving niggas plates. You know what I'm saying? I was always about giving other people opportunities as well as pushing my brand. You know what I'm saying? So, but you know, a lot of people don't do that. They they'll have that one artist and act like no other artist exists. You know what I mean? Or if we not playing this game where we scratching each other's back or doing some other fuck shit, we ain't gonna play each other's music. You know what I'm saying? And I know politics exists because this is just the world. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, bro, like politics shouldn't have to control everything, bro. Absolutely. You feel me?
I'm glad that you brought up the battle rap shit because Poison Pen TV was one of the early, if not the first, premier battle joint. How did you actually come up with the concept for Poison Pen TV?
Well, the this modern era of battle rap, we started with Grind Time, and that was years back. That was the first battle league that was running regular events and building new artists, new battle, new MCs, whatever have you. The scene was kind of dying down for a while. Smack was killing the game with the DVDs. You know, Smack DVD was landmark in the fucking hip hop culture, and everybody's favorite part of that shit was going to the end and watching the fucking all the other shit was cool, but niggas wanted to go to the end and watch Mook verse whoever. Jen verse whoever, verse, all that shit. Rex, Young Rex. That's what niggas in the barbershop was trying to see. You feel me? Well, but that was a different era. And And it kind of died down for a while. And then in Florida, they started doing these battles and shit. And it wasn't huge known MCs at the time, but it was still a novel thing for online. So they started uploading these battles on this Grind Time channel, and this thing started taking off. Partnered up with WorldStar. And this is early WorldStar.
Yeah, it's early when it wasn't
You
even
understand what I'm saying?
like...
So Grind Time was a battle league that had a bunch of different divisions. You know what I'm saying? I ran the East Coast. It was New York City, but East Coast. You feel me? So I ran Grind Time East Coast. It was passed on to me from my brother PH Pumpkinhead. Rest in peace to my brother. And him and it was Jay's Juice or was it Frankie Raps? Jay's Juice ran it first, passed it to PH. Then I took over from there. But when I took over, I made it into like, with help, obviously, but I made it into a fucking monster. You know, before it was there, it was cool, it was good, but I saw things that we may needed to improve upon. And that's why my brother PH called me, because I had experience in throwing events, excuse me, since a kid. I've been throwing events in New York for 20 years. Since like 2000, I was throwing events. You feel me? So I was doing this shit since I was in school. You feel me? So if I booked the event, if I rented out the club myself, oh, that's me. So I had that know-how, plus me being an artist as well. So PH called me in to help him out. Anyway, long story short, I took over. So I started throwing events, and we had people such as, you know, we brought out DNA, Hollow the Dawn, Kashid, Philly Swain, Swave Sever, Rome. It's so many people, man. I can't even. And we just started building MCs up. You know what I mean? And I just started throwing these events with Grind Time, and started booking battles like Swave 7 versus Disaster.
So you were basically more on the booking side of it.
I was throwing everything. I was making the matchups.
And I've been a promoter for a while too. It's not easy to be a promoter.
I was for Grind Time East Coast. I was Dana White. Period. Point blank. Literally. That if you wanna use the UFC as a metaphor, I was Dana White. You know what I'm saying? I was the traditional version, you know what I'm saying? But I was financing everything. I was booking everything with the help of my team, but I was paying everybody I was doing, like I said, I was doing everything but the battle. I was doing everything but battling and DJing, you understand what I'm saying? So, I grew a reputation for booking good fights. You know what I'm saying? I'm throwing these events, I'm packing out clubs, no one was ever doing that. I started throwing cards, you know, which is not, we gonna meet over here and battle on a corner or in the gym or whatever. Like, nah, I got a venue.
Actual venues, SOBs type of shit, yeah. Bigger venues, obviously,
right.
But yeah.
I was the person that was, you know, I was the venue guy. That's all I was doing for years. So I went from that, throwing those battles, and then I partnered up with URL. I left Grind Time and got up with Smack. So I linked up with Smack because, you know, Smack is obviously a legend and a pioneer as well. You know what I mean? He was behind the camera at first, but now he's the face of URL. URLTV.tv, shout to them. So I linked up with them. Grind Time was going through some a little inner turmoil with the company. And I was just like, I ain't really want to deal with that. Shout to them. But there's a lot of shit that had nothing to do with me. So I'm like, let me just break off, do what I do, because end of the day, I didn't need nobody to do what I did. You feel me? Like, to do what I do in New York, I don't need nobody help. You feel me? So I didn't need them for that. But, you know, the channel and everything in the weight that the name had was good. But I didn't need them to do anything out here. I didn't need nobody to do anything out here. But partnered up with Smack for the PoisonPen.tv. You know, we had some conversations when I left Grind Time, and it sounded good at that time. So joined over with Smack. I should have just started my own channel and everything, but hindsight's 2020. So I partnered up with Smack and was just doing everything, and then, you know, just releasing my battles through their channel. Yeah. I mean, it was the same operation. I was still doing the same exact shit. I was just putting the battles out with Smack. Yeah. And so I worked with them for a few years.
And Smack has an amazing platform.
Yeah, for
as
sure.
well. You know what I mean? Yeah. He has one of the elite
platforms.
platforms.
We helped build that platform. Like,
if you could pick one battle that personifies battle rap? Like, just off the top of your head, one battle that personifies what battle rap is, what someone who's never seen a battle would expect to go. What would it be?
I'm gonna try to watch Sway 7 vs. Disaster.
That was a good question, yeah.
I'm gonna try to watch Sway 7 vs. Disaster, yo.
Okay. Sway 7 vs. Disaster. Yeah. Disaster's amazing.
Yeah, so Sway.
Sway, yeah, they both amazing. I've seen Disaster a few times. I haven't seen the other
Disaster is one of the worldwide faces of battle rap. I travel the world. I'm blessed to tour, and I'm overseas quite often. And people that know me from battle rap, one of the main people they ask me about. He's like it's like him and like Iron Solomon.
Wow, that's a super throwback. Yeah. I remember Iron Solomon in the underground.
Yeah. He was battling up the block.
Iron Solomon, that's a super right throwback.
Yeah. Shouts to my bro Solomon. I helped bring him back into the fold. I was instrumental behind his comeback when he went back to battle rap, King of the Dot, and all that. I facilitated that with Organic. So shouts to my bro Iron Solomon. Check out Iron Solomon versus Rum Nitty, Iron Solomon versus Disaster, Iron Solomon versus B Magic. Yeah, check those out. Check out any Iron Solomon battle, man.
Iron Solomon, I remember I used to perform with Iron Solomon at the Remote Lounge way back in the day with Big Cal.
Son said the Remote Lounge. That's Bowery now, right? That's Bowery Electric.
I think it is Bowery.
That is Bowery Electric
now, yeah. Remote Lounge. Shout out to Big Cal and Mental Supreme. Used to do the pyramid. I mean, way back. Yeah, I was dabbling in that loop.
Shout out to Mental Supreme, man. You know what I'm saying? That's my G from like
those are the pioneers
from the
of the
style.
underground.
That's my G from when I was on Fulton Street every day. Like I know Mental Supreme from back then. Like. So shouts to Son. I don't know what he doing nowadays. I ain't seen him in a while.
I'm not really sure. I think they just kind of just retired on.
Yeah, I mean he the big homie. I know he a little older and shit.
Yeah, he put a lot of people on MTV. I mean he did a lot of amazing joints.
Shout out to the Supreme, man. Word.
Who right now is your pick? Let's say like the next elite battle rapper, someone that may be under the radar that people should look out for.
Under the radar, Myron.
You said that quick, like that was already like, yeah.
J Murder, Myron. You feel me? People that people should know, it will.
A lot of kids watch battle rap and they think that they could probably step in that arena. Like, what are some of the traits that makes an elite battle rapper? Because there's a difference between rapping on the record and actually going on that stage. It requires a lot of animation. It requires a lot of different things. So, like, what are some pointers you could give someone that be watching this right now if they want to get into battle rap?
Don't play.
Don't fuck around.
Practice makes perfect. Don't think just because you saw it on YouTube that it's that easy. You have to be able to command a crowd, a hostile crowd. Because niggas don't give half a fuck about you. So you have to win a crowd over. Be confident enough to look this man in his eyes and tear him down. You understand what I'm saying? Be ready for whatever you have to say back. Maybe I may have to rebuttal something, whatever. Still keep the crowd entertained, engaged. Remember your motherfucking rhymes. It's like, yo, it's a serious thing, man. This may sound stupid. Nah, it don't sound stupid. Yo, if you really like practice, and I mean rap all the time. Like, yo, I'm a grown ass man. I be in my apartment by myself.
Getting your ball.
And I'm not even battling nobody. Yeah. But I'm on stage all the time. I hate forgetting rhymes. I need to be this how I eat. This how I eat. You understand what I'm saying? So you gotta be on your pivot. Like, this is like a sport, like RP Kobe, man. That motherfucker practiced and balled every day, all day until it was ridiculous. And was, you understand what I'm saying? Like, when niggas is out partying and drinking, he was in the gym.
Going in.
You want to do this shit? You got to be doing this shit all the time.
All the time.
Period. Point blank. And you're not going to be good when you start. It's a fact. Mm-hmm. So don't come in. You gonna have to tuck your ego a little bit. I mean, be confident in yourself, of course, but tuck the ego. You know what I mean? Because chances are you're not gonna be as good as you think you are.
So this amount of focus that it takes to become a battle rapper, would that be one of the reasons why we haven't seen a battle rapper fully cross over into a mainstream artist? Because it takes so much time. And like I was,
you must mean a newer battle
Well,
rapper.
I was talking to Cortez one time. Shout out to Cortez.
Eminem got battle footage out and is like the biggest selling rapper all
He's
time.
one of the few, but I was talking to Cortez one time. He told me, he's like, yo, to prepare for a battle is like 2-3 months. You have to just focus on just a battle.
Yeah.
So you think maybe this is some of the reason why? Because battle rappers have like a bad stigma that they can't make records.
But see,
it's because they can't focus on records.
That's a whack stigma because most people can't make records.
That is true.
So,
but public perception is just he's a battle rapper and he can't make records.
And that stigma is from like 1990 something, bro. This is 2020, bro. Like that's an old ass stigma from back in the day. Because there's a lot of battle rappers that make that successful music. Sue Surf. Arsenal got joints with fucking Chris Brown. These niggas is battle rappers. I was gonna say somebody else. I ain't gonna say that.
But public perception, like people in the know would know that. But public perception, we haven't seen a battle rapper on Billboard, and that kind of what personifies an artist in public perception. Like in the streets, we know that this nigga got a record with this guy, but Billboard
Chris Brown is
wise,
like the Michael Jackson of this generation.
No, he is. But I'm saying, I'm saying, if it doesn't chart on Billboard, it's not considered successful to the masses. So what? Like, will we see a battle rapper that crosses over?
Hopefully,
right?
You know how that go. I mean, it's all a crapshoot. Hopefully, and there's a whole lot of talent. You feel me? Hopefully,
absolutely.
That's what I can say.
So Poison Pen. What's next for Poison Pen?
Finishing this project, man. We got this Immortal Technique album. We're finishing the Middle Passage. I'm just hitting the road, man. Just recording, and that's it. Trying to stay prolific. Team Homie, we got a project dropping. We got a video dropping on the 1st of February. You know what I mean? So check out the Team Homie project. That's my team. You feel me? And I'm just trying to stay busy, trying to stay prolific, trying to stay on top of my game, man. That's all, man.
That's what it is. And
I'm still hosting battles, still throwing battles.
So you still are doing battles?
I'm still booking prolific events. It's just, you know, I've been so busy throughout the years, you know, looking out for everybody else. I want to, you know, I'm nice. I want to look out for me. I want to do my
time to put yourself in the forefront.
Yeah, you know, but I'm still in the loop. It's just not my focus. I'm still in the loop. I did an event last week in Orlando. We got an event coming up next month in Jersey. So I'm, you know, it's not every day, all day, but it's like every week or two.
Every week or two.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Shouts to Guardians of the Culture, man. Yeah. The videos are on demand now. The pay-per-view was last week. Just check out. We got Sharon versus Geechee Gotti. Mac Myron versus A Ward. Loso versus Loso versus the Saga. I'm bugging. Loso versus Jay. Oh my God. The Saga versus Jay Murder and a bunch of other battles, man. There's so many battles, man. But yeah, the videos are on demand now. Go check them out. Check out Guardians of the Culture, man. Shouts to the whole team, man. Shouts to Team Homie, man. In these streets is dropping, so fuck with us.